Good morning, everyone. Today we are in Rohnert Park. We just stopped at Lady Bloom Bakery for some coffee and pastries. This is a dedicated gluten-free facility we found, and it is actually delicious. Blueberry muffins, donuts. Kari got some kind of coffee cake.
Fresh banana bread. I'm so tired. Lady Bloom Bakery is located near Rohnert Park, California, which is actually about a 40-minute drive from our adventure today. However, we were experiencing a power outage at home and really needed some coffee and breakfast before we hit the road.
My first time ever having a coffee with a design on it. I didn't even get a lid to put on it so I could enjoy the design.
It looks good, but it's also delicious.
Since this is a dedicated gluten-free facility, we made the drive to have breakfast, enjoy a morning coffee date before starting our day.
Now we have an adventure ahead of us. We're headed to Forestville, California, hopefully a beautiful drive down River Road. And there is this cool park or walk out there that has some giant trees that we want to check out. Come along for the day, check it out.
River Road takes you through the heart of wine country and follows the Russian River from Santa Rosa out to the ocean. The road is lined with vineyards as you pass by multiple wineries along your drive, and you're greeted with periodic views of the river.
Okay, so we were just on River Road, and it was a 2-lane road, pretty easy to drive on. Wineries on your left and right, and then all of a sudden we took a right onto Armstrong Woods. I'm not sure exactly what road this is, but it turned into an extremely windy 1.5 lane road, but you're surrounded by redwood trees now, so hopefully this is the right way.
Armstrong Redwoods State Natural Reserve is a grove of what's known as coastal redwoods. There is a $10 fee to enter the park or park your vehicle in the main lot near the entrance. We chose to take the East Ridge Trail because it was rated as moderate and just over 2 miles long. You'll actually find out shortly why I really chose this trail. Hopefully, all the elevation gain is right there at the beginning. It kind of looks like it levels off a little bit right here.
So we picked this trail, the East Ridge Trail, because it's rated as moderate, a little over 2 miles, with about 400 feet of elevation gain, which based on what we're doing, I'm pretty sure is all in the beginning. But just a beautiful walk. See some redwoods. They had a cool little information sign at the beginning that talked about how many years a redwood can live for. But it's kind of warm today.
The trees are massive. The trail is nice and shaded, so although it's pretty warm out today, it's not too bad because for the most part, we've been covered in the canopy of the trees.
Little known fact about redwoods, they are fire resistant. Something about their bark, they can actually be in a fire and survive. Almost a mile into this trail. I don't know where most of the redwoods went. Now there's still some.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, one guy.
Less.
Definitely less. Maybe when we get back down into the valley, there'll be more. Still pretty good trail. Lots of elevation up and down. I got bad news, Kari.
Another one. Oh, jeez. These aren't like, okay, this is a good trail. I don't want to discourage anybody. But these aren't just steady inclines. Like these are like walking on your tiptoe, like feet sliding out from under you because it's loose gravel and dirt climbs. I chose this trail because they said there's a waterfall.
There's no way.
Questioning those reviews.
It's dry all around us. Yeah, that horsefly thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big one was a leaf.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a big black bee or a big black fly. I don't even know if there's a biting fly out here, but we're being constantly tracked right now and hunted. Yeah, waterfall. Look at this. Those are the weeds that grow by waterfalls. Not what we wanted to see.
Well, I wasn't wrong in that there is a waterfall, but all that work, we don't even get to see it. So, I guess we might as well go a different way, a new way, and see what else there is to see.
So lesson learned, if you come here, maybe instead of just walking past the visitor center like we did, go inside and ask them what trails are open.
Okay, we took a detour because the waterfall trail wasn't open. However, we are crossing a bridge over the river and there's hardly any water in it, so I doubt there would have been much at the waterfall anyways, but we've made it to the fire trail and this is a detour that we will take back to the visitor center. So although this isn't technically part of the trail system, it is the fire road out in this area that we are taking back to the main road, back to the trail, back to our car. So little detour like we said, but you're actually surrounded by beautiful redwoods in the distance. There's like rolling hills covered in trees. So although not technically part of the trail, it's still shaded in some parts. It's downhill, which is so nice. And there's a bunch of trees. So it's still actually really enjoyable, really pretty. Hey, and look what we came to at the bottom of the fire trail. It's a teeny tiny waterfall.
It's kind of crazy because we just like walked 10 feet and all of a sudden we're literally back in the heart of the redwoods and it's kind of green again. And we're gonna double check that this waterfall trail from the lower end isn't open. That's what we were on. I wish we had a sign earlier. Okay, we called it quits quicker than we thought. That's the creek bed.
I'm gonna say by the looks of it, we probably didn't miss much by not being able to go on the waterfall trail.
We're gonna walk back to the car because it's a 0.4 mile out and back. We've already done.
And I wouldn't say we cut it short. This was a 2.2 mile trail and we've done 3.1 miles and I think we still have another mile back to the car, so.
I don't think the waterfall is raging.
Yeah.
Let's go check out some redwoods. If you want to know how big a redwood is, check this out. I'm literally inside the trunk of one right now. And I got room to go from my arm. This is me completely standing up. Crazy. Okay, if you don't want to do the harder East Ridge Trail that we did, the Pioneer Trail, which is 0.7 miles long back to our car, looks a lot nicer. We're already seeing a ton of redwoods. It's shaded, it's cooler, and obviously that's why we came here, to see the giant trees.
So it was supposed to be a 2.2 mile hike for us, ended up being 4 miles, but hopefully you can learn something from our mistakes and know that if you're coming here to see redwoods, hike amongst the redwoods, the Pioneer Trail is the one to do.
Simple. That one is huge.